Hello, it's Rachel from Orange Grove Nursery, and today I have a box closing. This is Toby, inspired by the movie Labyrinth, and he is going to go home to Canada. I am a very slow rooter, and since his mom-to-be is also a reborner, she suggested, hey, why don't you send him and his hair, and I'll finish rooting him when I get the chance, and that way I can have him sooner. So I decided that would be alright, even though I feel really horrible sending her an unfinished baby, but I know she will do a good job. So Toby can't wait to go home. So here he is. I wanted to show you what he looked like without his clothes, and he is wearing a cloth diaper that I made for him. The babe with the power. And I also included a vintage diaper pin with a charm, handmade with love, and orange for Orange Grove Nursery. And I signed his back. You can see that. And I temporarily tied his head on so that it would be more of a box opening, and then I included some zip ties so that when Mom gets finished rooting, she can put his head on. I did put the waiting sack for his head inside, but there's no filling, so you can fill it however you would like when you're done. But there is Toby. And I made a little onesie for him, made in the USA. Since he's going to Canada, I thought it would be fun. I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and I pre-washed it, and it looks like I bought it at the consignment shop or something because it's all beat up, but it was brand new. I just pre-washed it so it wouldn't shrink before I ironed it. So put him in his little onesie. It is cold out there, so I want to make sure that he stays bundled up. He won't get home in time for Christmas, but I'm making his box closing Christmas themed anyway, so it'll be a little extension of Christmas. Because who said Christmas has to just be one day a year, right? Toby thinks so, don't ya? Okay, so now we've got his iconic little stripy PJs that I made with little feet. And the ones in the movie probably had snaps, but I decided to go with Velcro. So get his little pants on him. And I kind of went with the white and red theme for his box closing too, because everyone knows Toby with the red and white striped PJs. Okay. Now, for his shirt, I did put snaps on his shirt, so I made this one to go with it. And I put the openings on both sides so that you don't have to worry about messing his hair up too much when you put it on. Get these past your fingers. There we go. This is probably going to be a pretty long box closing because I don't like to rush, but you can fast forward it if you want to. But Toby's mom wanted me to do a box closing, so I promised I would do that. Get it snapped up. Now he's all snuggly and cozy in his PJs. There we go. Let's see. Hi, Mom. I'm coming soon. Watch for me. And I don't want to mess up his hair, especially since it's not finished being rooted, so it's not glued down. So I am going to put this plastic bag on his hair so that his hat won't snag it. Get it all tucked in there. And then I'll put this hat over the top just so it looks cuter. his blanket is probably going to be too small to cover all of him, but I will make sure that his face gets covered. How's that? Keep your hand on there. Okay. And he told me that he wants to hug his Lancelot that Sarah gave him, so we will do that. If we can fit him in the blanket, Toby, maybe we can't. You know what, Toby? I think it would be better if we just wrap him, okay? Yeah, I know. Okay. It won't be long. There we go. Tuck this in. There we go. Make sure you're all nice and snuggly. And then I've got some stripy ribbon. I'm all snugged in there. We probably have glitter all over the place, but glitter is magical, so we don't care, do we? That would be nice. Alright. Now Toby is ready. Make sure he's all tucked in. His little feet are sticking out, but that's okay because I am going to put him in a bag to make sure that he doesn't get wet. Alright, and I've got my box already with some packing peanuts in the bottom and some torn up tissue. And then I will fit little Toby down in there. Well, it's not so little Toby is. Bend your legs. Turn your head. Alright, let me see. And then I have his certificate of adoption. I'm going to tuck that in there alongside. And then I have, of course I have Lancelot. I like to do my gift closings without any tape so that it's a lot easier to get open when you're doing the box opening. And I also like to do it so that my ribbon does not have knots. Because if you're making a box opening video and you're trying to get at your goodies and your baby and everything, and you're trying not to take 10 years to do it because your viewers will get upset with you, knots and tape and all that, that just slows you down. So I try to be as thoughtful as I can while still making it look nice. There is Lancelot. I've got some surprises. Tuck that. I should probably tuck that in some more tissue. This one is potentially breakable, so I'll put that snugly there. And I got some surprises in a little box. I had to get this box because it has oranges on it. Put it in a bag because the edges are sharp and I didn't want to do any damage, so sit that down on the bottom. And here is a Christmas present for Toby. This is his first Christmas, and he can open this when he gets home. Like that. A little goodie for Mama. Just some fun things for your kids to play with. The scent packet. Sorry about the interruption. My son came home from school and my dog decided it was time to bark. So I decided to stop for a while till she calmed down. And this is going to be the care instructions bag. Probably don't need care instructions, but I like to include them, so that will go in there. And since you are rooting his hair, here's his hair in an envelope and the rooting needles. I usually use these two kinds, so I put 2 of each kind in there for you to try. It depends on the hair, it depends on the vinyl. Sometimes I use a 40 gauge, sometimes you use a 42 gauge, sometimes I use other kinds, but these are the 2 that I use most, so I thought I would include those. And I like to brush my baby's hair with a little baby toothbrush. So I'm including one of those for Toby. And I'm putting in some zip ties for when you finish his rooting, you can zip tie his head. And I'm putting in an extra one just for, you can never have enough zip ties. And a thank you card. So then that goes in on top of Toby. And I have a little pair of felt Christmas shoes that I made for Toby, so I will be putting those in there as well. So you can see what I'm doing. They're just made out of felt, so if they get squished, it won't matter too much. You can just reshape them. So there are his shoes. Find a little spot. And because it's winter, I made him a coat and some snow pants made out of fleece, nice and fuzzy for this winter time. And they're so fat, I think I'm going to have to wrap them separately. But here's his coat. He looks super adorable in it, if I say so myself. And it has candy canes on the front that I embroidered. And then it has little pear ears with little peppermints. I thought would be fitting for Toby since he's the striped, red and white striped boy. So there's that. Muffy, quiet. She just has to have her 2 cents. Alright, so there's the pants. See if the coat can even fit into one piece of tissue here. So snugly. There we go. Alright, so we've got the pants and the coat. I like using the goodies as part of the packing material too, because if you're sending extra stuff, it just helps to pad baby. All that in there. We've got some festive sprinkle things. Make it fun. There we go. There it is. Squish out the air. Oops. Get in there, you. Squish out the air. And since I make character babies and I love fun box openings, I love to decorate the boxes with pictures of the character that is going to be inside. So I printed up a bunch of pictures of Toby, and of course I had to have one with, I would say this is Jareth, but I think this is actually a behind the scenes picture. So this is David Bowie dressed as Jareth. I think it's not in character, but and then I found this really cool thing, and I had to write the magic words there. And of course another cute one of Toby. And then a little hello worm. And then Jareth and Sarah in the magical bubble ball. So there it is, and I will be sending it out to you soon. I hope you enjoyed the box packing, and thanks for watching. I forgot to include the packet that I like to put in for customs purposes is a little sample of the weighting and filling materials so that they hopefully don't tear the doll apart in customs, so that they can know that there's no natural materials, no sand, nothing like that. Thanks for watching.